I'm Lester Holt. Howdy, old heads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host,
Kateline.
And you may have noticed in the video version that we're both pretty dressed up right now. And that's because this is the second annual LESTY Awards. Oh, yeah. So, Kate, tell me who you're wearing and what decade it's from.
I am wearing a gold sequined bolero. It's BCBG. I think I got it in 2003.
Wow, I love it. So yeah, you're looking good. This is a one-sided reminisce. Kate loves the mid-aughts. I hate them.
This little bolero jacket would have been worn with low-rise jeans.
What kind of shoes would you have worn with those low-rise jeans?
White, pointy-toed kitten heels.
This is so 2005. I love it.
It's great.
Oh my God. Well, hey, you're not the only one who dressed up for the occasion. Eyes over here on Kurt Money. He is wearing his ArcLight Hollywood hat, which is where we are right now. We're live at the Dome. And this hat was from Kateline. And it's perfect because here we are in the Dome for another live recording of the 2025 LESTYs. But this time around, there's nobody in the audience. We got in big trouble last year because of the chameleon blow up at the end. They said no more crowds. The Holt heads are too rowdy. And I said, you're damn right. You're damn right. If Holt heads aren't banned from some sort of public place, then I'm like, they're not Holt heads. What do you think?
I don't remember them being rowdy.
Well, they were.
Weren't they dead silent the whole time?
They were. They were deadly quiet. But then there was a riot at the end because of the chameleon squeal from the front row in AA22. Look, it's a whole thing. I sold the rights. I'll give you a piece of it, but there's going to be a movie based on that riot soon. So, who knows?
This lore is getting very complex.
Very complex. And it's like only 2 people know it. And I would argue maybe 1.5, because I feel like I got to...
I don't know it.
Oh my God.
It's 1.
We're off to a great start because I already got dizzy laughing at us. So I say we get this show started, and we've got... Our first category is actually a Kurt-fessional. Fessional. Remember these from last year? Professionals?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm putting this right up top. Here's the deal. Number 1, I was listening to last year's LESTYs on my Spotify app and my Apple TV through my TV speakers. And I could not tell the difference between us and the Dome and the clips that I played because I listened to podcasts on headphones. And I was floored and disgusted that if you were to listen to the LESTYs without headphones on, you don't know who was when.
Mm-hmm.
So
the good news is I don't think anyone listened.
Yeah, it's another Kurt-fessional. I was like, "What? Just you wait, Kate. This app is going to be a slow grower. It's going to get us a lot of fans. It's got the same number of listens as all the others."
Uh-huh.
So you're right. That's another. Let's throw that in here in the Kurt-fessional. Anyway, point is, this year, when we play clips from the episodes, it's going to sound like a flashback like we do in the videos now, where it sounds like old-timey radio a little bit. Like when you hear us talking and it sounds like this, that's a clip from the episode that we're talking about. You'll definitely be able to tell the difference.
I don't think you need to say any of this.
Kate, now if there's one thing I'm bringing from last year's LESTYs is that this is a peek behind the curtain. Okay, this is the wrap-up of the year.
It doesn't feel like anyone cares.
Okay, how many times are you going to say that tonight? That nobody cares.
Well, I'm at 2.
Okay, keep counting. And we're not even to category 1. And the other Kurt-fessional is there's only 5 categories this time instead of 13. There. Now I'm done. Kate's deadly afraid this is going to be 2 hours again, which is, it's not, okay? Second annual LESTYs, off and running.
About a 9 on the tension scale, Rube.
Okay, category number 1. The All-Time All-Star Award. We didn't do votes this year. There's 5 nominees, and I'm just going to list them. And the 5th one that I name, that's the winner.
Oh, okay.
I know you're going to remember the first one from episode 55, Deadly Omission. This was the John Peake episode. Classic D-bag John Peake.
Yes. Beth?
It's a duo, and her name is Jackie Don.
Yes, Jackie Don.
Jackie Don and David getting wired up and going to town on John Peake at some coffee. They've got John's number.
1 guy, 2 wives, 2 murders. Just no.
David gets Jackie Don to wear a wire to record the whole coffee meeting. And then they're going to badger him with questions.
And it's so...
And they do it. And they're so cute about it.
Yep.
They're like, they feel like CIA agents or something.
I can't believe. Then I'm going to talk to my brother-in-law. with a secret wiretap thing. Good grief.
And how does Jackie Dunn do in this 3-hour lunch they have with John?
She's going hard.
What do you want to know from me? Told the police everything.
You never told Casey everything. You lied to her up to the last minute. You never admitted the adultery, and you were living with the other woman the whole time.
Like, she is grilling this guy and going like, okay, 1 wife, but 2, John? Give me a break.
2 dead wives? 2 dead wives, John. For crying out loud. And, you know, I never thought there was anything suspicious about Carol. But there's something damn suspicious about Casey's murder.
Next up, from episode 82, Mystery in Minot.
Minot.
Now, and in the episode, we talk about how you know how to say it and I don't. So thank you. That's good. Mm-hmm. We're consistent, if anything. And this is our boy Tyler. Now, Tyler was a suspect in the murder for 20 years.
Yeah.
Scene of the crime, he had to go in the crime van. Let's not forget the crime van, Kate.
The crime van.
So when he was a suspect by all the friends, and he's interviewed by Blaine and stuff, and he's even the one that gets that Cold Justice show to come to town. Mm-hmm. Like he starts the petition, he gets it all going. Do you remember this guy? He talked in quick bursts. He was just like, yes, no.
I do remember. He talked really fast. He loved her and he wanted to get her murder solved.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was 2 decades, but he had to spend years and years and years. I mean, it took 7 years for Cold Justice to even say like, okay, we'll do it. Like he spent a long time being a suspect and everybody talking and stuff. So we're here to say, Tyler, you're an ILH all-star.
Yep. He's sweet, but you can see that Anita was definitely out of his league. It wasn't her being mean. It was like, well, she's going places.
Right. Now, the first time that they talk to Tyler, it's at the scene of the crime because he's there like the rest of the town. He just wants to know what's going on. They first talk to him in the crime van. Define crime van for me, Kateline. What's that?
Does that just mean a police van? Just another police vehicle? Or does that mean the coroner's van?
Is this like a van that they're listening undercover in? Where it says like, window washers are us? Like, what is it? Like, is this for stakeouts?
So my favorite thing about Tyler, they would ask him a question, and he would answer it before they finished asking the question.
Yeah, with a 1-word answer, too. Yes, no,
yes,
yeah, no.
No, yeah, yeah.
Do you have anybody mad at her that you can think of?
No one.
Male or female?
No.
No? Everything was going okay for her?
As far as she told me,
Is
yeah.
she a college student?
Yes.
Are you going to college?
Yes.
So you'd see her at college as well as occasionally socially?
Yeah.
Next up, from episode 59, The Killer Among Them, Talana. Now, the victim in this episode was named Lance Herndon. Does that ring any bells?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He worked in the basement of his house. He had his own company. Was the all-star the woman that worked for him?
Of course. And the one who was getting calls from the killer.
Yep.
Remember? And she's like, who's calling?
He's not here.
Yeah.
He will call you back later.
Yeah.
He is still not here. He will call you back later. I loved this woman.
Me too.
And she knew that she was probably going to be looked at as a suspect.
Talana's boyfriend had borrowed money from Lance that he had not paid back. So the cops hear that and they're like, what's going on here? And it's through Talana that we meet the third suspect. And now this is where Talana said, guess what? All-star for me today. Hands down. Tell us about this exchange, Kateline.
So Talana's answering the phones.
Yeah.
A woman calls and asks for Lance.
She said, tell him I called. I said, and your name is? And she said, Dion.
This woman calls back again.
Uh-huh.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, may I ask who's calling? She just refused. She refused to let this woman occupy any kind of space.
And she said, this is his girlfriend. I said, and your name?
Wait, again?
Yeah.
The second time?
Yes.
How did she take that?
She wasn't very happy, but she still gave me her name. So I said, I'll let him know you called. That was it. And
You like to stir the pot a little bit, huh?
No, she was just annoying.
Yeah, but it's,
That's why I love her. Next up, an episode from The Vault, Killer Roll, The Notary. You gotta remember the poor notary.
Uh-huh.
This is
This
is with Wynn, Tucker, Aisling, Reed, Moore, blah, 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 blah. This poor notary got stuck in like a crazy action movie one day, and she had no idea.
She was just there trying to do her job.
Yeah.
Trying to stamp her little paper, sign it.
Yeah.
And she witnesses a murder. Do you remember how she had to step over the body to leave?
Yes. Yes. Now is when you're going to hear the story of why Carla Triver is today's All-Star.
And she goes, "Are you sure this isn't a will?" And I was like, "It's not a will." And she grabbed the paper out of my hand, she read it, and tore it up in pieces.
I just love that she's just a normal, calm person trying to do her job, and what she is forced into repeatedly and tries to get out of and can't.
In my head, I went, "Oh my God, that's a 38.
So this gun goes off. Everybody starts flipping out. She doesn't know what's going on. She's got she pulls out her cell phone. She's trying to call 911. She goes to Kelly, who's just standing there, and she goes,
And I said, "Oh my God, you need to help me, call 911. And she goes, "No." And the phone dropped on the floor.
so she's telling Kelly, go in there and get the gun from your daughter. Just get the gun and bring it out here.
I don't remember this part.
As far as she knows, she's the only, middle ground here. So she's like, I want to get this gun and get out of here just for safety's sake. And she says, Kelly, give me the gun. And Kelly looks at her and goes, no. And Notary goes, Kelly, give me the gun. And Kelly bends down, squats down, gets in her face, and says to her, I said no.
And I was like, okay.
How about that? That's scary. All right, so we've heard some great All-Stars so far, and they're all worthy of the trophy, but the one who gets the big trophy is actually many of them, and that is every member of the Pace family in episode 80, The Pin at Apartment 210.
Yes, absolutely. I learned so much from the Pace family. Yeah. We learned about putting phone numbers into Venmo, right?
Cash App.
Cash App?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
We learned that the cops won't do any work if it's after 7 p.m.
Okay, I would say hold that commentary for the next category. That's maybe just be... So hang tight on that.
Okay.
So they go to the Verizon store. They got printouts of her calls and everything. And the mom notices one call for a number she doesn't recognize, 71 minutes. That's a long time. They had to transfer her account info to a new phone so that they could access her info.
They can do more than
right?
the FBI.
Oh, yes, and they do. And so Jackie is on the horn with Katrina and says, I got it, Jason Chen. Katrina says, thank you, click. They go inside, start knocking on doors. Nobody's answering. And then they're like, oh my God, this pin is specific. Mm-hmm. It has the longitude and latitude of her location.
Right.
Jazzy was heard screaming in this apartment at 2:10 in the morning or whatever. What does Katrina do now? This is, sick.
She says this, goes back to her car, gets a credit card, comes back, pops open that door.
She successfully picks the lock with the credit card. That is so badass. Next category is the Dingus Supreme Award. This goes to people that are such dinguses. Now, it's usually Deputy Dingus Supreme, but I think somebody in here isn't a cop.
Okay.
So I'm just saying Dingus Supreme, but these are people that are like, how'd you get the job you have? You're super dumb. Kateline and I would be better at doing this from just watching Dateline alone. Mm-hmm. Okay. First nominee from episode 63, another Vault ep, The Prussian Blue Mystery. This is going to that. So if you remember Prussian Blue, the poor woman goes to the hospital sicker than anyone's ever seen her. And what's one of the doctor's first guesses? Do you remember what the dingus in this said?
You might be on your period. It might just be cramps from your period.
Congrats, dude. You're a Dingus Supreme nominee. Yeah, because up till that point, she's hearing things like, it might just be the menses. You could just be on your period real bad right now. Did you ever think about that, Brigida? As her hair's falling out and she can't see.
Insane.
Right? It's either cancer, thyroids, or your period.
There was one doctor that actually told her, oh, you just have really bad menstrual cramps.
Yeah, the amount of times that doctors tell women that is...
Yeah, I bet.
And look, I get it. Maybe the majority of cases do end up being related to menses. I don't know. But when you're suffering and you know that it's not period related and that's what they hit you with, it has to be so dehumanizing.
Next nominee, Vault again, episode 64, The Knock at the Door. This is so the knock at the door is the poop tank guy. So this was an episode where a woman was home alone and a guy come over to fix her pipes or something.
Yes.
And it was cold for over a decade or something. Mm-hmm. And it was a classic case of cops, just do your job.
And we saw news footage of the accused wanting them to get off his back because it's ruining his business. He's innocent. He's not. He did it.
That video almost put him in the running for another category. It didn't make the cut, but I was raging, Kate, when he talks. But anyway, poop tank guy, you suck.
And then they found her bow from her ribbon, like her hair ribbon, out in the yard.
Yeah.
And they noticed that one of the flower pots had been smashed and there were tire tracks leading away from it. And the cops didn't find any of that.
They were acting like the word of Philip Barr was like the law. They were like, Philip Barr said that he left and she was fine, so we buy it.
Right.
I mean, perhaps there is a dingus in here somewhere, because I'm going to tell you right now, Holtheads, that sounds like all the information we need to solve this puppy within the calendar year. It takes 11 years. This thing goes proper cold. And it's like, with all of this information?
It was never cold.
Right.
They just didn't do it. There's a reason why the dinguses aren't in the app.
Yeah.
Because they messed up the investigation, and a new team was brought in years later, and those are the people we meet.
Yeah. Next up, here we go. This was the one that Kate teased earlier. From episode 80, The Pin at Apartment 210. All the cops involved in the Pace family investigation.
Bunch of dinguses.
All of them.
Every single one.
All of them.
If it's after 7 p.m., they're not working.
Yeah, I mean, they were on the phone with the killer on speakerphone. Let's not forget.
Mm-hmm.
And putting him on a hold and going, he's lying right now. And the cop's like, here's my card. See you in the morning. They have her car missing. We hear Katrina telling all of this to the cop with the body cam on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying all these things. And what's the cop's vibe the whole time?
Well, I don't know if there's a lot we can do. And at one point she's like, well, why? Why can't you do it? And you're like, well, I'm not saying we can. I'm just saying tonight we can't. It's like, oh, you need to go night-nights? You need to go Betty-bye? And you go good night sleep, and then you start in the morning when she's already dead?
Yeah. And I'm going, is it 3 a.m.? No, guess what time it was, Kate? I looked at on the...
I am willing to bet it was like 7:30 p.m.
7:30.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Call him.
A female detective was hired or put on this case, because we hear her and she and stuff. We don't see hide nor hair of her. We don't get a name or anything, because they go over her.
Yeah.
The next day, the Pace's family lawyer contacts like the state general or something, attorney general, and that's when the attorney general gets a special detective and says, you're going to be helping out the Chattanooga Police Department on this. Oh, this was sick.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, man, oh man. It really is, as awesome as the Pace family was, the complete opposite is how all the cops handled it. So, Dingus Supreme, faux show. Next nominee is from episode 86, Vault ep called Rear Window, hosted by AC. This was a fun ep. A lot of leading questions in the interrogation for people, where they're like, oh, but you would like to kill somebody if you could, right? Oh, this guy's a killer.
Yeah. Also, we learned that AC has maybe not seen the movie Rear Window.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
AC and the cops, both.
Yeah, and the cops.
Were like, sounds like you really liked her. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you were kind of obsessed.
The cops are straight up saying that. They called it a little strange. She was infatuated with her, is what they said.
Well, we were just basically told that it was bordering on a little strange, with what we'd heard about her statements about how much she cared about Corey.
Now, this is because she's going around talking about how much she loved Corey. Well, spoiler alert, they were close friends. I love my friends, right? And if they died, I'd still love them. Not weird. And they're hearing that she knows a lot of details about the crime or something. Now, those are what the cops tell themselves when they go to bed at night of why they were so focused on Tiffany, okay? But I've got my own theory of what a dingus cop in 1998 thought. He saw a woman with short hair and who was big boned and was like, this lady's a lesbian. I felt like that was them instantly being like, it's her. It's got to be her. Right?
Well, she didn't have short hair then.
Yes, she did. It wasn't as short as it was now, but it was short. Absolutely. It was like a Katie Couric. And the winner for the 2025 Dingus Supreme Award. I'm already breaking my own rules because it's going to a Patreon app that we just posted. I said this was only going to be for I'm Lester Holt episodes. I know. Shh, quiet. Imaginary crowd, stop booing at me right now. But it's for the Lori Bambi Bembenek episode. The entire Milwaukee Police Department.
Oh, yes.
From 1980 till at least 1992. Guess what? You're all getting an award. Dingus Supreme. He said he was out on the job doing his thing as a detective and a cop for Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't. Where was he all friggin' night, Kate?
He and his partner were at a bar getting hammered.
Yeah.
While on the clock.
Now, here's a little side business from the book. That was par for the course. The Milwaukee Police Department was so corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they would do is, those call boxes cops are supposed to use. They had to call in once an hour to prove that A, they were working, and B, also their location in case something happened. Well, the MPD didn't require cops to call in. They didn't have to start calling in until Lori's lawsuit, so they all blamed her for it. Because what they'd usually do when they go out at night is just get hammered at a bar or get a blowy in a cemetery. Like, these are facts. The cops are desperately trying to kick her out of here. They want nothing to do with her. They sent a letter to her that said, "You are fired," with no reason. And there were 3 other female cops fired that day. And when the city was like, "Why'd you do it?" Guess what the cop said? He goes, "It's for the good of the service."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Bambi had it rough.
Yeah. She was wrongly convicted. The cops hated her because she was trying to get, women's rights going in the cop force.
Mm-hmm.
And another reason this was another cheat of mine, because I want to give a little update of more info I found out after that episode. And it's all dingus related.
Okay.
So, if you remember, Bambi, she lost her right to an appeal in 1992 when she took the deal that let her go for time served.
Mm-hmm.
The conditions of her appeal are that she could never contest the arrest. The whole basis of that appeal was evidence that the prosecution said they had that was in 1986, 6 years before the appeal, there was a flood in Tennessee and they lost that evidence. And during the 1992 appeal, the prosecution didn't mention that.
Wow.
And then here's the other update, is that in 2003, she was going to appear on the Dr. Phil show because they were going to test the DNA at the scene to prove whether or not she was at the scene of the crime. And they had her locked in a room before the show, and she got nervous and jumped out the window, broke her ankle, and she later had to have her foot removed.
And then died of hepatitis.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing, not funny, here's the sad thing. When they ended up testing that DNA a few years later, it wasn't hers.
Mm-hmm.
Her DNA was not at the crime scene. That is a perfect encapsulation of this poor woman's life. The only way she can get DNA results is if she subjects herself to being on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
She decides, I want out of here, hops out the window, breaks her ankle, and it's like, oh, bye-bye, foot. Woo! So anyway, Dingus Supreme, congrats, Milwaukee prosecutors and police force. From 1980 to 1992 at least. All right, how you feeling so far about the Lesties, Kate?
I'm feeling really good.
It might get a little awkward in here because the next category for the 2025 Lesties is Dampest Day Award.
Nice.
Sure was damp today.
So this would be the top 5 moments where you and I really got into it.
Yeah, where the tension was thick. The parenthetical on this is AKA Mom and Dad are fighting award.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the listeners feel like. So buckle up, Kate, because we got 5 of them here. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
First up, nominee from episode 60, The Vault Ep at the Bottom of the Lake. I was so friggin' pumped to talk about that yellow boat that also had wheels and stuff.
The amphibious boat?
Yes. And that it was from World War II. And boy, Kate at every angle was like, not impressed.
I was not impressed by that boat.
Oh my God. I had to recover from this mid-ep. Because that was my whole thing for that episode. And Kate was like, nah, moving on. And then, the crazy part. They sent down this wild yellow beast with wheels that suddenly turns into a boat that drops an anchor and picks it up for him. This is fucking James Bond!
Uh-huh.
Or something.
Well, those boats exist, Kurt. A lot of boat tours, they start on land and they go... It's an amphibious vehicle, yeah.
Okay, well, good. Classic Kateline fashion. 0 impressed. But that's okay. Stick with me here. Here we go. It was a World War II era amphibious boat with a winch.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's cool. They had to take something out of storage to get this. So here they are with the cutting edge technology with the sonar. But what gets that plane to the shore was some old relic World War II thing. That's cool.
That's cool. It wasn't as old in 82, though.
It's still 40 years old.
It was, but seeing as this was a lake where there was a lot of boating and stuff, that boat may have been nearby and had been used on the lake a little bit. I think it was maybe in use because it's a lake activity.
Okay. All right. Well, we can move on from this section now. Next nominee from episode 79, The Widow of Woodland Hills. This was a pretty fun ep. You did not like it because the title gave away the kill.
100%. It was the widow who killed him.
Well, the damp part of the day was we disagreed on whether or not Charge the Mountain was problematic. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Are you like, what is this?
Because it's...
Look,
because there's privilege baked into it.
Okay. And my theory was, and you'll hear it in the clip, that was his catchphrase for his kids. It was the killer that made it hashtag Charge the Mountain, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I didn't like it for the kids either.
Right.
I think it's teaching them an incorrect lesson.
Charge the Mountain is an incorrect lesson just in general.
It's like how we were told growing up that if we just worked hard, we could have whatever we wanted.
Okay, well, that's going to end up being correct. I mean, that's what I'm thinking about as we slog along in this podcast journey. Right? What? If you work hard enough, you can succeed. I feel like I'm living by that. I'm trying to. What's up? You look so sad. Are you sad on my behalf?
No, it's just that it's not necessarily true for a lot of people. You can't just want it bad enough. It sets people up for disappointment.
Okay, what if somebody just uses it as motivation? I don't think that's bad. Look.
Well, we're turning this into more of a thing.
Well, no, this was the thing on the app.
No, I know.
I feel.
But I don't think even at the time of the ep, I meant for it to become as big of a thing.
Oh, okay.
And now it's damp.
Yeah.
I have an issue with Charge That Mountain because it doesn't account for the inherent privilege that someone like them would have. Like, you can't just say that because you had success, it was because of, like, your mantra. You know what I mean? It's like after the fact, you're being like, well, you know, you can do anything if you just charge that mountain. It's like, no, not necessarily. Like, I have a lot of issues with stuff like that, where, like, anyone can do it if you just work hard. No, actually, no.
I mean, look, this guy can have this mantra for himself. I mean, right?
But would he have that mantra?
Monica's the one who's making it all public. He's telling it to his kids when they get in trouble or, like, fail a test. Like, is that bad?
Would he have this mantra, though, if he was, like, someone like Ron working at LA Fitness? A convicted felon?
Please.
Whatever.
Convicted felon. Tell me more. Sorry. Roast mode. Kurt's in roast mode.
Wait, what did I say?
You said felon.
That's because you're talking over me and I can't hear what I'm saying.
Ooh, well, now it's got to go in the pod. Next nominee from episode 86, Rear Window, in the discourse over Eric and if he was scary or not. I said kinda, you said hella. It was not a smart idea, and I agree it's cringe. I just think the cops and AC in this moment are kind of blowing stuff out of proportion, Kate. I don't like making it anyway. I could get it in his weird mind. He thinks he's being romantic or whatever. It's weird. It's definitely weird, but I don't think it's creepy. He still gets to eat the food. And also, she wasn't even home on Thanksgiving.
Kurt?
What's that?
This man terrified me. Agree to disagree.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did you think... I thought... was it the interrogation stuff?
He was very creepy in the interrogation. Yeah, he was fully admitting that he was obsessed with her. Now, the method of their questioning was uncalled for because they were fully coercing him to say things.
Yeah.
But he still said them. I know he didn't do it. It's just
He didn't lay it out either. They set him up. They basically gave him Mad Libs of what they wanted him to say, I feel. Next nominee, episode 87, Vault Ep, What Lies Beneath. Another vault. This was kind of along the lines of the Yellow Boat. Is that I thought the victim's friend looked like Vincent Chiavelli. And you said, Paul, hit the brakes, son. Hit the brakes. Absolutely not. She doesn't look like him. Do you remember this?
I remember a mention of Vincent Chiavelli, but I don't recall the context.
Ooh, re-listening to it, I was like, boy, I was kind of steamed right then.
You were. I do remember that.
Yeah. Well, you said it didn't count because you knew people that look like Vincent Schiavelli. And I was thinking, what kind of argument is that?
That's true, though. I mean, there are people who really look like him.
Okay. All right. Look, it was a mistake, and that's what made it damp that day. Kate, what did you think of Esther, and who did you think she looked like?
Oh, I don't think it occurred to me that she looked like somebody.
Okay, well, I'm texting you a picture of her. Who knows if this will make the app? I don't want it to be mean, okay? There's a picture of her. Got it?
Yes.
I think she looks like her brother is this guy. The subway ghost from a ghost. Vincent Schiavelli. I think is how you say it.
Oh, no, Kurt.
What?
She doesn't look like him.
You don't see it?
No, because I've known several people who looked like him.
Jesus Christ. I thought, okay,
and she doesn't
I'm just going to pretend.
She doesn't have the downturned eyes. They're like this.
She does. Forget it. I thought you were going to say, no, you can't do that because it's mean. But you're not even playing ball. You literally don't think they look alike,
no,
even with the pictures.
I think looking at that picture of her, she looks more like Melanie Linsky.
Nah, hard disagree. I couldn't disagree more, actually, Kate.
All right. Okay.
I'm trying to disagree more, and I can't do it.
Okay. Well, I guess our friendship's over. I guess that's
done. We're no longer friendly, even. And now you think, boy, those are all 4 great nominees. I mean, we made it damp here in the ArcLight, in the dome here for a sec.
Just recounting it.
Yeah, but you're gonna agree with me that the winner of the Dampest Day Award goes to episode 89, Center of the Storm, the Karen Reed verdict.
Oh, man.
Need I say more?
The whole episode. Because you can't handle that I might be happy for her.
No, I can handle it. It just makes me angry. There's nothing wrong with that. This was kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because in the description of this episode, I said this might be the dampest day in ILH history.
Certainly.
It's definitely the only time you've texted me after being like, are you okay, bro? And I was, again, stubborn and going, I'm cool. I just have my opinion. Kate's like, I can't say anything. I don't want to talk about it again.
I don't. I didn't even really want to talk about it when we had to talk about it.
Right. We had to chase those clicks, though, didn't we?
We did.
Didn't work.
It
did when we did the Koberger app, that we got hella more listens than usual.
Maybe people are more into Koberger than Karen.
Yeah.
I think Karen rubs people the wrong way.
Not everybody. She's got her fans. I'm looking at one of them here in a Bolero right now.
I never said I was a fan, Kurt.
But there was enough reasonable doubt, Kurt. This case was sloppy as hell. There was so much going on.
Nah. If now she was to say, all right, let's find the real person who did it, I'd say, okay, Karen, say this a year from now, and we'll reassess. But she's not going to do shit about this now, Kate. She's going to fight the civil one so that she doesn't have to pay any money, and then she's going to have a new show on the cock, okay? Like, she's not going to do a damn thing for justice for John.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Kate.
I am playing devil's advocate to a point where it is making you angry.
I'm angry at this trial 1,000%.
Because again, I
What?
I do think she hit him. I just think it was an accident. And that is justice.
Oh, no, it would be if she said it was an accident and I blacked out.
Yes.
And that would have been justice. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying there's a conspiracy and there's multiple people in law enforcement and a dog behind it. That's what they're arguing.
See, this is why this case is so fascinating to so many people. Because there are so many different angles here.
Okay.
I think you think it's a little more cut and dry than it is.
But we both agree on how the body was murdered. So that feels hella cut and dry to me, Kate. It feels hella cut and dry. What's up? What's up? Sorry, are you like dying?
What's up?
That ep was damp, so congrats to that day. So damp it's like wet and stuff. Get out of here. You're ruining the mood. Dampest Day Award. Next category, shittiest villain.
Ooh.
This was a tough one to name because it's not like the most evil villain or most annoying. It's a mix of both. And do you remember last year's shittiest villain?
Was it Remy?
It was Remy Ramsran. You're damn right.
Uh-huh.
And he's a good example of like annoying / evil, right?
Yep.
So this was a tough one, but I think we're going to agree that all 5 of these are some shitty people. First nominee from episode 61, another nominee from the killer role, Momager Kelly.
Ugh.
Yeah. She's pretty awful.
This woman.
Yeah.
Pretty awful.
And you get a taste of it on the recording of when the murder went down. She's in there going, he's not dead? Fuck.
Yeah.
She's a special kind of bonks. And the evil part of it is like, she got her brother dead so she can get this property so she doesn't have to work still. Which she hasn't done since 93 or 97.
Even though she was a lawyer.
And let's not forget that she ruined the life of her daughter. I mean, look, the daughter's going to be just fine when she gets out in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, she's got issues, and they're stemming from that momager.
Yes. And it's a shame because she's talented.
She is.
Kelly doesn't get along with any of the other kids.
Which, when you see her, it's understandable.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that moments before my brother died, he was assaulting me with the door.
She's a lot, and I could see how she has alienated herself from the rest of the family.
She is cuckoo.
She kept yelling. She's like, what do you need? What do you need? What are you doing here?
And you'll hear it in the interrogation clips when she's yelling at the police.
Yes.
Right?
Terrorized.
Okay, all right.
Terrorized.
And
we
you
were
know what?
terrorized.
Kelly has mooched off the parents her entire life, and most of that comes from this giant property that they own. Because after Kelly and Dan's marriage fell apart, he admits it was a war zone in the household, and the kids were brought up in it, and they finally divorce. And Kelly's parents buy her a house in town, just straight up buy her a house to live in. And so that's where it starts, where Kelly's like feeding off the teat of mom and dad's money.
Listen,
right?
Kurt.
Well, did you not like teat there? What's up?
You and I have also been known to feed off of a teat every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
I
can't
guess
knock Kelly too much for that.
her only income was from her parents for 15 years. I mean, I could proudly say I'm not guilty of that.
Okay.
Damn, dude. Look at Kateline coming for me over here. What's up?
So that's our first nominee. Next up is from episode 84, Secrets of the Sliding Door. This was almost going to be a tie with the Debate guy and Vin Diesel. But when I remembered what this guy did I'm about to talk about, he deserves his own slot, and that's Jonathan Crupi. The guy who was responsible for his wife's death, and the way that he got caught was the day of the murder, he had to go to his side piece. And the DNA they had on the handle was from the side piece, like inner body fluids.
Yeah.
You get what I'm hitting at here.
Her lady juice. Yeah. This was the Brooklyn or Bronx area teacher who didn't finish grad school, didn't get his proper certification, and then killed his wife.
Yeah, and let's not forget his sneaker collection.
This almost is in favor of Jonathan, because it's like, it makes no sense that he would murder his wife and then go run these errands and then go meet up with Pumpkin.
It should be, right? Like, if we gave Jonathan any sort of credit for not being a total dud, dummy loser, you'd think, surely you're not that stupid or needy. Like, really? You gotta go knock some boots real quick?
Right.
I mean, and also, they get a swab from Miss Pumpkin. Her DNA matches the unknown woman on the sliding door.
It does. So I'm thinking, this dude had his fingers up inside her or something, didn't wash his hands, and came home and opened the door and put her, like, juice on the handle.
Yeah, this is when I was thinking they did it together for some reason. Because why was she there that morning? But no, it's for an even dumber and grosser reason.
Mm-hmm.
He had to have sex with her, didn't shower, and then got her DNA on the door handle. I mean, this is just...
What other DNA could it have been besides what I mentioned?
That's exactly what I think it was, too. I'm glad you said it, and you worded it, but I was like, how do I say this in podcast terms? But I think you did pretty good.
That's pretty evil, huh?
He sucked.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't always the case. Like Kelly, for instance, she's on this list. She didn't get convicted of shit. She didn't even go to trial. She was a witness in her daughter's trial.
Right.
Like, she's out free. She got what she wanted out of that whole thing, that property. But we can sleep at night knowing that Jonathan Crupi's in prison. I mean, that tugs at the heartstrings.
It does. It feels good.
Next nominee from episode 76, Poison Twist. This was the murder of Mary Yoder by Katie Conley. Now, do those names ring a bell? I've got some other keywords that are going to make you go, oh yeah, if it isn't hitting yet. Katie Conley.
It's confusing because I know a Katie Connolly.
The Schiffelli defense. Okay. How about this? Jeep Wrangler.
No.
Okay, how about this? Letter to the cops saying Mary Yoder's son killed his mom, and the murder weapon is pills, and those pills are wrapped in a receipt in his messy Jeep.
Underneath the passenger seat.
Yeah. This is pretty, huh?
I forgot about this one.
Like, they were on again, off again. Like, they had sex after the murder. Like, she consoled this son after. Now, we're not 100% if she did it or not by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
This was one of those weird things where the two other suspects in New York or wherever it was testified at the grand jury, so they had immunity.
Right.
So, like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. There was all that interrogation room footage of her saying very confusing things. Like, I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah. I mean, also, damn near nominee for Dingus in there. I was not happy with the cops. Doing the sitting close, legs open, repeating themselves and stuff.
Whispering,
right?
Touching the knee.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah. But if she did it, this is just pure evil. Like the getting back at your ex by
killing his mother,
mom,
who you like and thinks of you
yes.
as a daughter and you work for.
Yeah. And that was the whole ep. You and I are going, but what's the motive? Like, we couldn't figure it out. Because he went through and she had deleted 6,000 notes. And one of them had a partial of the email of Mr. Adam Yoder, 1990 at gmail.com. And below it, it had the phrase, A is gay. Okay. And the digital forensic guy was like, that sounds to me like that's the password to that email. So he goes over to Gmail, plugs in Mr. Adam Yoder 1990, password. He spells it out though. He goes, Adam is gay. Ding, ding, ding. It was the password. What do you think, Kate?
Wow. She made up that email.
Yeah. And even Katie's defense is he lived with a bunch of guys. Like, it could be a joke with them. And now I'll admit, like, dumb college dudes could be throwing that around like it's an insult.
Didn't Adam say that wasn't his email address?
Yeah, and also, it would only make sense if one of the other friends made it that as password. Like, the joke would not be for Adam to make it Adam is gay.
And also, he would change it immediately.
Yeah. And so, that's a hilarious, super, like, mean and lame thing that she did. I was like, that kind of sinks you, Katie. Like, you thought that was minor, but that makes it pretty clear to me that she did it.
If I'm a scorned woman, am I going to play a little game with myself and choose Adam is gay as a password? You bet your ass I am.
Next nominee from episode 85, another Walter. This is from Footprints in the Snow. Steve, no hanky with Panky. Huh?
I changed your mind on this one.
This was an example of, by the end, I said, Kateline, you may have swayed me. He might not have done it, but I hate this guy so much he can rot in jail. Yeah, Panky is probably... Is he as close as we're going to get to a Remy in season 2? He's not a Remy.
No one is.
No one's a Remy. When the cops learn this, they show up on Panky's doorstep. And we hear it, too. How about this? They it looked like he was in an apartment or something, but they ring the bell. And he's like, you're here at my door? And they're like, yep.
I think he was surprised that they finally came to hear what he had to say.
Yeah. It was like, you're at my door? What do you want? I love it.
Steve, hey, it's Robert Cash with Greeley Police. How are you?
Are you at my door?
I am.
And what did you want?
He talks to them. I don't know if it was at the house or at the station, but they say it's like a rambling 45 minutes where he goes into detail about how he's bisexual, and there's proof of this on the internet. This was weird too, huh?
Yeah, Kurt, it's weird.
I have a bisexual history. A long bisexual history. You can go on the internet and it's there.
It's either that or the bank part where Murph goes, does that have anything to do with Janelle Matthews? No, it does not. It was great. Murph Dog's having some fun.
What on earth was Steve Panky up to?
He can get paroled in 20. I don't know if he'll make it. I mean, hopefully he won't.
No, he won't.
Now, do you want me to share a link to your petition to get this guy another trial, or?
No. I mean, look, the world is better with him locked up, but I think Drake did it.
The winner for Shittiest Villain goes to episode 81, The Devil's in the Details. And that would be going to the quote-unquote grieving ex-wife, Natalie Cochran. Is it ringing bells yet? I've got 2 words that are going to shoot it right to the top for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
War Dogs. War Dogs. The movie War Dogs inspired the murder. Remember this? They were gun runners.
Oh my God. The gun runners.
Yeah. And you're probably thinking like, really? She's number 1 for this. But every act in her life, every action she took was a con. Remember she was ripping off the Little League?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She started a scholarship in the name of her dead husband that she murdered. That was a scam.
Never paid it.
Never paid it. And then also scammed her parents and her in-laws and her husband maybe. Like, we kind of ended up, Michael was probably in on it, right?
I think so. It seems very unlikely that he wouldn't be.
To some degree, yeah. So, congrats, Natalie. You're more evil than annoying, but you scare me, girl.
Yeah.
3 months later, they think they've got enough for a murder, and they go back to arrest her. And she's like, you did all this for little old me?
And she says, it took all of y'all for little old me.
But the fucking arrest her ass, the profit payouts all bullshit. We found out that not only that, the scholarship was bullshit. The scholarship that was to honor her dead husband was a scheme as well.
None of those poor kids saw a dime.
Wow. This is what I mean, where it's just pure evil. Like, she started this after the murder, and she's like, I can't help it.
I call her the evil one. She's evil.
Yeah.
Boy.
Diabolical.
Diabolical.
All right, we are now to the final category at the 2025 Lesties. The Lesty Bestie Award, the best episode of I'm Lester Holt in season 2.
Ooh.
Right? First nominee, episode 60, At the Bottom of the Lake. This was the Canadian Romeo and Juliet story.
Yeah, this was a great one.
This was great. The woman that we interviewed, she had cool hair 2 different times.
Yes.
And she took the Japan trip, even when she found out he was lying, like...
Oh, yeah, she wanted to go to Japan.
And we didn't blame her.
No.
And I joined the dude's website. Like, this guy was on the run for 24 years because people thought he killed his girlfriend in a plane ride.
A tear in my life. A tear?
You nailed it, Kate. Well done. That's exactly the name of this dumb book that I read. You just nailed it.
So stupid.
There's just a lot to do in this episode, and I went super deep on this. I read the 75-page transcript where they're talking about Pink Floyd and how much their knives cost.
And the audio recording we had of them on the phone, I couldn't distinguish who was saying what.
They did say, but that's not what bothered you. It wasn't the pitch. It was how boring it was.
It was so boring. And you read 75 pages of it?
Of a transcript of it, yeah. Sure did.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and I joined that dude's website. I loved this episode. This was a vault pick for me. This was another one where I remember watching it with my money and going like, put this one up here in the Mind Grapes.
Uh-huh.
In years from now, when you have a podcast with a friend that you want to force to watch stuff, this is going to come in handy.
She straight up Googles them, and the first result, I mean, this was like an unsolved mystery. So, like, she finds out that this was the longest running, still at large criminal. It was on America's Most Wanted 3 different times. But now Gina's putting it all together, reading the articles. And she's pissed. She wants him to fess up about it. And his response is, I'm not ready. So they go their separate ways. And this starts to eat at Gina. And she's looking at her calendar. And there's no upcoming trips. She's going, my conscience, I can't handle this, okay? I gotta call it in. So she makes some calls, fesses up on this guy. What are you thinking right now, Kateline?
Well, we see the detective back in Montana, and he's like a second away from retiring, and this is the case that he could never put to bed, and it ate away at him. It's that classic tale.
Yep.
And he gets this call. He cannot believe it. And she tells him, I know where this Jerry guy is. He's living a different life in Texas. Come down and get him.
Yeah.
Next nominee, episode 62, The Man of Many Faces. The Scottish orphan, Kateline. You, of course, remember this guy.
Andrea!
Yep. This was a guy that was potentially shittiest villain, but there's no body, and he's finally caught and stuff. But this was the funniest episode of the year. You were maybe too cringe on it. You were like, it's too ox.
No,
but I was like,
and my husband, he left the room. He was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, and I loved it, and it was the best AC interview. And yeah, we talk about Remy in that ep, because I was like, this is even better than the Remy interview, because in this one, AC cracks. She literally laughs and hides behind, and then he goes, I see you laughing.
Yeah, because you're not British, dude.
You're not British, you're not sick, you don't need a mask. So much gold. When AC laughed, oh my.
A right low blow.
Great stuff. Right low blow, of course. Of course.
I mean, I would say up until now, you know what this AC interview with Arthur Knight, you know what it's dethroned? Is her interview with Remy.
No.
I feel like, what? What's up?
You think?
It is
Remy,
easy.
you sound arrogant again.
It's not arrogance. It's the truth.
Remy, I forgot how much energy you have.
I think in the sense that she is so clearly unable to stay professional.
She can't.
Because it's so awful. She breaks. She literally breaks in this interview. And he gets mad. He goes, "See, I see you laughing."
Let me try to stand up. Exactly. Exactly. So let's. You're laughing now. This is what people do to me.
What was the best line, Kate? The best line is AC goes, "Are you sure that this isn't just a big lie?" And he starts to cry and stuff. And he goes, "That's a low blow, Andrea. That's a right low blow."
Uh-huh.
Andrea, that's a low blow. That's a right low blow. Crocodile tears? Do you think I can? I don't believe that.
That right there has been delighting me since I watched it.
Next nominee, episode 85, Footprints in the Snow. This is no hanky with panky episode. This was a vaulter starring our boy Murph Dog.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of fun in this and a lot of stuff that happened in the last 10 minutes. It was jam-packed. It was what we like to refer to as a fatty that deserves to be a fatty.
Yeah.
Murph Dog also on the list. When they're talking about the small town of it all, he says, a town from those TV shows in the 50s, Murph Dog says. Now, I loved it.
They have this kind of picture of Greeley, Colorado, like the old TV shows from the 50s.
I was wanting them to drop a name. I mean, just say Leave It to Beaver. So I wanted to hear some old obscure show that Murph Dog grew up with or something. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I want as many tastes as we can get of what it's like in Murph Dog's head.
Yeah, him growing up. Yeah. I imagine him in the classic little kid outfit of like suspenders and shorts and like the pinwheel hat, and he's sucking on a lollipop. Okay, that's going to be the poster for this app. It's the little kid Murph Dog sucking on a lollipop. Woo! Well, that's the end of my list. God damn, did it feel good to have Murph Dog back in the house.
All right, next up, episode 78, Deadly Obsession. Now, this was a fun one because you hated the Dateline. It was a trial-heavy Dateline.
Ugh.
But I loved it because of how hilarious the trial stuff was. This was Dana Chandler, and you were kicking it with Jillionaire at the time, so there's a lot of Jillionaire gold in there. Okay, so that's fun. This was the puffy coat lady. Remember, she represented herself. Right? Yeah.
And then she was getting all worked up because her laptop.
The charge kept dying, and she would walk to the stand with her three-ring binder in front of her face, and she was yelling at Dateline from the stand.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Innocence Guy, though, still behind Dana, and they've got a great lawyer. He's like, don't worry, juries love this guy. He's so good at his job, Dana, don't you worry about it. And Dana says, okay, listen, thanks for having my back. Just one quick thing before the trial starts. I'm going to go ahead and defend myself.
She fired her attorneys.
That's such a textbook narcissist move.
And this is where I'm saying bring it on, more trial footage. Because all this stuff was hysterical. Poor Innocence Guy is like, I could just sit there and watch. And he describes it later. He says, this is his other turn of phrase. He goes,
it's like you sitting on the shoreline and you're watching someone drown. You throw them a life preserve and they throw it back. It was just painful.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because she kicks it right off the bat by calling herself to the stand.
And she's like, hi, jurors. I'm Dana.
State your name. Okay, Dana.
Start by stating my name. My name is Dana Chandler. I, as everyone knows, have been accused of double homicide.
Oh my God, I fucking loved it.
You know she just watched a lot of Law and Order.
Was that the trampoline one?
You're damn right.
Yeah.
You're damn right it was the trampoline one. You see what I mean? It's stuff like that where it's like, what?
We opened the blinds, and it was Dana jumping on the trampoline. And then she just started laughing hysterically.
I mean, that is so nuts. At first, I thought it was when they were still together, and I was like, don't judge her. She owns that trampoline. Let her jump when she wants. But when I found out she didn't live there...
She drove 500 miles to jump on that trampoline in the middle of the night and laugh.
That would be scary. That would scare the hell out of me.
That's scary.
And the winner for the LESTY Bestie Award goes to episode 68, Mommy and Clyde.
Oh, no. This episode was crazy.
Yeah, and they called it the Devil Wore White. It was actually LESTY that said Mommy and Clyde, but that's the episode title. I mean, that's too good.
Oh, yeah.
It's too freaking good. Oh, what an episode.
We got suspected incest.
Yeah, multiple, like it was 4 or 5 murders over 3 decades or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the Auntie Mame lady in New York had a mansion, and it was like, I want to kick these two out. I don't know if it's like a mom and a son or something weird. And then like one in Aruba or something, because an insurance agent was trying to call their bull on the fire that they faked and murdered that guy too.
They also bought a Lincoln town car, I think, because they thought that's what rich people drove.
Yeah.
But it's not.
They found that car and there was hella evidence. They had like notebooks in there that were like, how to scam people. Let's do this. Go to New York, right? Pretend to live alone. Oh, that was a epic app. And there's another case of, we called it at the Mom. This is a contender for Lesty of the Year. And boom, it was.
It was.
Absolutely was. Holt heads, I would say absolutely search that out. And oh my God, the current affair went to the prison and the son tried to keep her hostage with a pen.
God, there's so much in this one.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then, okay, this was the best example of how could there be so much gold in the last 10 minutes? Because Keith goes and talks to the dude in prison. He's been there for 20 some years. And remember, he's like, I get parole if you buy the film so that I can teach kids how to be in the military.
I'm raising money so that I can shoot a movie in prison teaching kids how to be in the military.
Yeah.
And Keith didn't even want to let him explain. He was like, no. And moved on. Yeah. And he kept trying to bring it back. And he's like, Dateline is not going to give you money for this, man.
I feel like when they finally called cut, Keith went over to the producer and was like, that was a mistake. Why did you bring me here? Like, that guy, we shouldn't have talked to that guy, okay? You're on my list right now.
He wasn't saying anything.
No. And he would be like, hey, can we take a break? Can I call you back? Can I call you back in like 10 minutes? Whenever he would get asked a question about his mom. Elizabeth Taylor, look-alike.
Not.
He, like, from the jump, grew up as like a theft apprentice.
She was training him from an early age to help her pull off schemes. Petty theft or
fitting in windows,
crawling into places to snag stuff, or create a distraction so Santi could, I don't know, do something shady, forge a check, whatever.
Well, as long as it was shady, Santi was in.
And somehow Santi got away with it again and again.
So Santi keeps doing her thing, including swiping mink coats when she's wearing a mink coat. Now this was super smooth. She like throws hers over another chair that has one on it, picks it up, takes two with her. She gets busted and charged. How did she wiggle out of this, Kate? Keep in mind it's 1980, so loosey goose time.
Didn't she try to say she had confused it with hers, or she was just trying to...
No, she just didn't show up for the trial.
Oh, right.
All right, brings us to the end of the ceremony. Now, we're not like other award shows.
We don't have any musical guests.
That's true. Because other award shows, they'll stick the In Memoriam in the middle of the show, right? Like, let's get it over with, whatever. Why aren't we the best picture yet? But not here at ILH. We're doing the In Memoriam last, and we are celebrating. Kate looks confused. It's going to hit you.
I have no idea what you're about to say.
In Memoriam, R.I.P., the Dateline career of one Dennis Murph Dog Murphy.
Where is he? We don't know.
Like, who knows? Maybe he'll come back in the next season and there'll be egg on my face. I hope there's egg everywhere, all over me, because we miss him so much. I mean, right? Let's pour one out for this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's not coming back, right? I mean, I think this is a solid In Memoriam. It's like, he had a good run, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully he's at home in his basement just a picking and a grinning with his long nails. So yeah, R.I.P. to that. And next up, perhaps influenced by the passing of Murph Dog's career, the second In Memoriam, I'm Lester Holt, a Dateline recap show.
Yeah. Our show is no longer just for Dateline.
True. Now wait, first we gotta mourn when it used to be real quick, okay? We're standing at the grave right now. I'm Lester Holt is no more. Sadly, a lot of things happened. It was the No Murph Dog, it was the weak episodes. Something's different about Dateline, it's just a little off. So because of that, we are now putting to rest I'm Lester Holt, a Dateline recap show. Now you're probably sitting there going, wait, but I'm a Holt head. How am I gonna get my fix? How am I gonna do it? And that's when I would say, from the ashes, a phoenix rises. A new podcast. Same feed, different name. What was once I'm Lester Holt, a Dateline recap show, is now called True crime cleanup on ILH. Kateline, what do you think?
I'm excited.
Boom. So that's our name now, True Crime Cleanup on ILH. A lot of reasons behind that. One, it tells you what kind of aisle we're talking about, because we're talking about a cleanup on it. So that's good. Helps out the confusion of the initials. But two, we wanted a name that told the premise in the name. And True Crime Cleanup on ILH hints at we're talking about true crime stuff and we have funny opinions on it. More so than other stuff. It was going to just be ILH, but it's kind of like,
what is that?
And we got to, we're trying to bring in the dummies out there, the non-Holt heads that don't know what they're missing. And so it's like we got to bait them right up top.
We got to spell it out.
Literally, yeah. So that's why our new show is called True Crime Cleanup on ILH. It'll be the same format and stuff. It'll just... Well, here, Kate, go ahead. So now it won't be Dateline every week.
It won't be Dateline. It may be Dateline sometimes, but it opens the doors for us to talk about any and all true crime. Any show.
This is basically the premise of our Patreon. Another IRP. IRP? This is basically the premise of our Patreon. Another In Memoriam, because that's no longer. We're bringing that premise to the main feed because we love this so much. It just opens the doors for us to talk about way more, including like the new A24 yogurt murders. We both despise it and think that A24, they should have their true crime license revoked.
Immediately.
And we need an outlet for that. And guess what? That's the True Crime Cleanup on ILH. That's the outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be some fun stuff there.
But
yeah,
you best believe if and when Murph Dog returns.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be on it.
Lester Holt himself is not going to be I'm Lester Holt anymore. He's going to be one of the main peeps. So when his first step, we'll probably have to do.
Totally.
Yeah, I was thinking we do 50 episodes a season. I mean, it could be that a sixth of those are Datelines. All they have to do for that is make 7 good episodes in a season. And I mean, you would hope they could. But who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
Dateline's not out of our life forever and stuff. It's just we're only going to go to them when they deliver the bangers. And in the meantime, we're going to be talking about other stuff. Probably an FF every once in a while. Probably.
A Fear Thy Nabes.
A Fear Thy Nabes. Our rule is still there's got to be a body.
Got to be a body.
Not a lot of Nabes have a body. But don't worry, there are bodies on Nabes. So we'll be able to find one.
I'm relieved.
Okay, good. Oh, also, new episode drop date coming at you. Not Mondays anymore, Fridays. We're going back to Fridays. August 29th, Season 3 will be starting. New logo, new theme song.
All
right, so that's going to do it, Kate. This is just us in the ArcLight, wrapping up Season 2 of ILH. We got a new beginning, a new horizon on our hands. Is there anything that you want to say to the Holt heads?
Thank you for coming, everyone. If you need your parking validated, please see the man at the back of the theater.
And on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline.
I'm Lester Holt. For all of us, I'm Lester Holt. Good night.